Hi guys, we're Jerry and Tori from GNT, and today we're going to be teaching you how to make a few of the many dishes that we usually make for our dinner parties or our office lunches and all the other things we cater. We're going to show you first how to do calamares, our style, with a squid ink aioli instead of a normal sauce. And then we're going to do a twist on gambas, and we're going to show you how to make a gambas and chorizo pincho. So first we'll start with the dry ingredients for the squid. We have a bowl of cornstarch. Then we're gonna put in some cayenne pepper, a lot, that way it has a yummy kick. And then we're gonna put some garlic powder in.
Normally, right, when you order calamares outside, the squid, the batter is really thick
and
heavy.
And then put some salt. And then mix everything. That way it's even for all the pieces.
I just take some of the squid, mix it up here. Oh, you can choose to buy the baby squid instead of the regular big squid. Easier, less hassle cleaning it and having to slice it up into little pieces. But if you're like me and hate popping oil, I put it on a slat or a spoon first and then put it in. Then just wait for it to fry.
That's actually the good thing about using cornstarch. It doesn't take, because the batter is not too thick, it doesn't take as long to fry. So that way you don't risk the chance of the squid getting overcooked and getting too chewy.
Okay.
You can turn it off. So the sauce, normally a lot of the times when you get calamares at a restaurant, you get normal aioli, but we like squid ink aioli because it's tastier and it's something different. You don't find it in a lot of places. And it's actually really quite easy to make. So you start with regular mayonnaise, not sandwich spread or any of the sweet mayonnaises, just regular mayonnaise. And then you get squid ink, which you can buy. I mean, you can use the fresh one, but that's kind of hard. I mean, you'd have to buy the squid, clean it, get the ink. So what's easier is you go to a Spanish grocery like Terry's and you can buy the squid ink in little packets or in jars. So you mix the squid ink in. Make sure to not get any on your clothes. And then chopped garlic, some salt, and then just squeeze a little bit of the lemon in, not too much. So you just mix it till everything is black.
I spent the whole morning taking the ink out of all the squid.
Manual labor. I make her do the hard things. And then that is the sauce. It's nice and black and thick. That is the sauce for our calamares. Can I have a spoon, please? Don't smile after you take a bite of this, especially if you're on a date.
And then you can put a lemon.
Maybe you can fry more. Yeah.
Well,
so if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna do any sauces made with mayonnaise, avoid anything that's sweet or it's like Miracle, whatever, any of those things. Definitely get the real mayonnaise. If you're not gonna make it from scratch, then get that, because otherwise the sweetness of the mayonnaise changes the taste of the sauces or whatever you're making. This is something that we serve in my house maybe 4 times a week.
Damn.
Yeah, because we don't have dinner, like with my family, we never have dinner. It's always just pica-picas, like when my dad gets home from work, and then that's when we all come together and we have pica-picas. And this is the staple of my house. Like 4 times a week we will have this. This is not so heavy and it's like crunchy and you have the sauces. Another really simple sauce for this is Knorr seasoning and calamansi.
Yeah.
Like just that. And it's one of the best ways to eat it, actually.
Kind of like shawmai sauce also. You could put like chili.
Yeah, you can put chili. Like there's so many things you can do. And then if you want to make this spicy, you could do it with 5 spice and add chili powder as well, and like more cayenne if you want more of a bite to it. And it's kind of Asian at the same time. So this is the finished product. This is our calamares with squid ink aioli. Right before you serve it, you could put some paprika on top just to give it that extra flavor, and a lemon wedge that they can squeeze over it. Next, we'll be showing you guys how to make our gambas and chorizo pincho. The way we do it is we have a piece of bread toasted in olive oil already, and then we assemble it with the gambas, the chorizo, and whatever homemade salsa that you have. So first, we're gonna cook the chorizo hubad, which I make. It's from Baba's Kitchen. So just put it on a pan, Once you've defrosted it, put it straight on the pan. No need to add oil or anything because it has fat in it anyway. And you want to wait until it gets nice and crispy and brown. So it takes a while to brown, so Tori's gonna finish it off at the back. So I'm gonna show you how to make our gambas. So you get a pan and you put olive oil, but not too much, like just enough. And then you put chopped garlic, because you want that to get kind of crispy before you put the shrimp in. If you're doing it on your own and you don't have that much time, cook the chorizo first, remove the chorizo, leave the oil of the chorizo, as much oil as you can, and cook the gambas there and it becomes even yummier. So just let the garlic cook a little before you add the shrimp. For the homemade salsa, it's basically just chopped onions, garlic, cilantro or parsley, tomatoes, olive oil and salt. I mean, you might have your own way of how you do your homemade salsa, but any salsa goes well because you kind of just put it on top of it. It's just to give it that like extra freshness. Once the garlic starts to cook, put in some salt and mix it a little. That way, the shrimp is really the last thing you put in and you don't risk overcooking it because once you overcook it, it gets kind of watery. That's not good. Then put the shrimp in. Once it starts to turn orange, flip it over. And just let it sit there first because it's still hot. But that way the garlic doesn't get too burnt. The chorizo is almost done. It's just not as crispy yet.
Waiting for it to get a little bit more brown.
Once you pull this off, that's when you mix it with the garlic. Then put it into a bowl with all that yummy goodness. See if you guys look, there's already oil on the pan from the chorizo. You can cook the shrimp there. It's
Add
very
extra flavor.
yummy.
Okay, so the chorizo's done when the color changes from when we first put it in. It's
Yeah.
browner.
More
Just a
brown
little
than
bit
it is
crispier.
red.
And it's really preference. If you like it a little bit more toasted, cook it longer. If you don't, then you don't have to cook it as long.
Yeah.
So I think this is good.
Yeah, it's good. Let's put it in a bowl. So now we'll show you how we plate it. Here,
So normally we get the shrimp first. So remember the bread was already toasted.
Yeah, we toasted the bread on a grill pan with olive oil already.
Olive oil on it.
Because if it gets too soggy once the oil drips in it, then it's way too soft to eat, so it's better crunchy.
Then add some chorizo on top.
And it's okay if it's messy.
Toasted garlic on top.
Then just finish it off with your homemade salsa. Just like that. And that's it.
And then see if you can pop the whole thing into your mouth.
In one bite,
One
that's
bite.
the challenge. So you have the calamares with squid ink aioli here. And this is our gambas and chorizo pincho.